Right now, at this very moment, most people believe they are fully prepared for any emergency simply because they have stored a few gallons of water and maybe a handful of canned goods in their home. But here is the terrifying reality that nobody in your circle is talking about. And it is the kind of truth that could mean the difference between surviving a crisis and completely falling apart within the first 72 hours. Water alone will not save you. Your body is not a simple machine that runs on hydration alone. Under real survival stress, your system demands electrolytes to keep your muscles functioning, calories to fuel your brain, minerals to stabilize your blood pressure, and psychological anchors to prevent mental breakdown. And without the right drinks stockpiled in your home right now, every single one of those needs goes unmet the moment normal supply chains disappear. Today, we are breaking down the 13 must-have survival drinks you need to start stockpiling immediately. Drinks with extraordinary shelf lives, some of them virtually indefinite, each one serving a specific and irreplaceable role in keeping you and your family alive, healthy, and functioning when everything around you stops working. The very first and most foundational drink on this list is pure water stored correctly. And before you think you already have this covered, understand that most people are storing water wrong. Water stored in food-grade sealed containers, kept away from direct sunlight, heat sources, and chemical fumes, can remain safe for consumption for years. The mistake most people make is storing water in thin, single-use plastic bottles near garage chemicals, or in attics where temperatures swing dramatically. That destroys the container integrity and introduces contaminants into your water supply over time. The standard recommendation from emergency preparedness organizations is 1 gallon per person per day. But that figure covers only drinking and basic sanitation. For cooking, hygiene, and preparing the other drinks on this list, you will need significantly more. The second drink is powdered electrolyte mixes, and this one is non-negotiable for any serious stockpile. When the human body works hard, sweats, experiences illness, or operates under chronic psychological stress, it loses sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium faster than plain water can replenish them. Muscle cramps, confusion, extreme fatigue, and dangerous drops in blood pressure are all symptoms of electrolyte depletion. And in a survival scenario, those symptoms can get people killed. Powdered electrolyte mixes stored in individually sealed single-serve packets offer the longest protection against moisture and air exposure, and when kept in a cool, dry location away from sunlight, quality electrolyte powders retain their effectiveness for 2 to 5 years from the manufacturing date. The third drink is something that shocks people when they first hear it: honey dissolved in water. Pure, raw, unprocessed honey is one of the only foods on the planet with a genuinely indefinite shelf life. When stored in a sealed, airtight container at room temperature, pure honey remains completely safe and nutritionally active indefinitely. It may crystallize over time, but placing the jar in warm water dissolves the crystals and restores it to liquid form without any loss of nutritional value. Mixed into water, honey provides rapid glucose energy, natural antimicrobial support, throat-soothing properties, and a caloric boost that matters enormously when food options are severely limited. The fourth drink is instant coffee, and dismissing this as a luxury item is one of the most common and costly mistakes new preppers make. Caffeine dependence is physiologically real. Abrupt withdrawal causes pounding headaches, severe fatigue, inability to concentrate, and intense irritability, all conditions that compromise your judgment and physical performance exactly when you need both at their absolute peak. Instant coffee sealed in an airtight container away from moisture retains its quality and stimulant properties for decades, making it one of the most cost-effective and long-lasting items in your entire stockpile. Fifth on this list is green tea in dried sealed form, which lasts several years in proper storage, delivers antioxidants and light caffeine, and provides one of the most powerful psychological comfort tools available during prolonged stress. The simple, grounding ritual of a warm cup that tells your nervous system that not everything has collapsed. These 5 drinks alone, water, electrolytes, honey water, instant coffee, and green tea, already place you far ahead of the average household in terms of genuine emergency readiness. But we are just getting started. Now that the foundation of your survival drink stockpile is in place, it is time to build the second layer. And this is where most preppers completely drop the ball because they focus only on basic hydration and completely ignore the nutritional, medicinal, and psychological dimensions of long-term survival drinking. And those dimensions matter just as much as keeping your body physically hydrated when a crisis stretches beyond a few days into weeks or even months. The 6th drink you absolutely need in your stockpile is powdered whole milk. And the reason it earns a place on this list goes far beyond just being a beverage. Powdered whole milk is one of the most nutritionally dense shelf-stable items you can store, providing calcium for bone strength, fat for sustained energy, protein for muscle preservation, and vitamins that become incredibly difficult to obtain when fresh food has completely disappeared from your daily life. Stored in sealed airtight containers in a cool, dry location, quality powdered milk retains its nutritional value and drinkability for up to 25 years when vacuum-sealed with oxygen absorbers, making it one of the most impressive long-term storage options on this entire list. Mixed with your stored water, it becomes a complete beverage that supports children, elderly family members, and anyone with elevated nutritional needs during an extended emergency. The 7th drink is apple cider vinegar diluted in water. And if you have never considered this as a survival beverage, you are not alone. But the preppers who understand its value have been quietly stockpiling it for years. Apple cider vinegar is a fermented, highly acidic product that does not technically expire. And while it may develop cloudiness or slight changes in appearance over extended storage, those are purely cosmetic changes that do not affect its safety or usefulness. A small amount diluted in water with honey creates a drinkable tonic that has been used across centuries of human history as a digestive aid, an energy-supporting drink, and a general wellness tonic during periods of food scarcity and physical stress. The 8th drink on this list is white distilled vinegar, and while it may seem redundant alongside apple cider vinegar, these two serve distinctly different roles in your stockpile. White distilled vinegar has a completely indefinite shelf life when stored properly in a sealed container away from direct sunlight and heat, meaning you can purchase it today and it will remain fully effective years from now without any rotation required. Beyond its limited drinking applications when heavily diluted for specific purposes, white vinegar functions as a water purification support agent, a powerful cleaning and sanitation liquid for surfaces and containers, a food preservation medium for extending the life of other perishable items you may have access to during a crisis, and even a wound cleaning rinse in situations where proper medical supplies are unavailable. Its versatility makes it one of the highest value liquids per dollar that any serious prepper can store. The 9th drink is powdered bouillon broth, and this one consistently gets underestimated by people who think of it only as a cooking ingredient rather than a genuine survival beverage. When dissolved in hot water, bouillon broth delivers sodium that actively combats dangerous dehydration, provides warmth that is profoundly stabilizing to the human nervous system during cold or stressful conditions, and perhaps most importantly, creates a sense of normalcy and comfort that emergency psychology researchers have consistently identified as a critical factor in maintaining decision-making ability and emotional stability during prolonged crises. Bouillon cubes and powdered broth kept dry in sealed packaging retain their flavor and sodium content for years, making them a cost-effective and space-efficient addition to any stockpile. The 10th drink is pure maple syrup mixed into warm water or tea. And the key word here is pure. Not pancake syrup, not flavored corn syrup products, but genuine pure maple syrup. which contains no artificial preservatives or additives and carries a virtually indefinite shelf life when stored unopened in a cool, dark location. Unlike refined white sugar dissolved in water, pure maple syrup provides quick carbohydrates for energy, alongside trace minerals, including manganese and zinc, nutrients that support immune function and physical endurance during demanding survival conditions. These 5 additional drinks, powdered milk, apple cider vinegar, white vinegar, bouillon broth, and pure maple syrup, complete the second critical layer of your stockpile and address nutrition, sanitation, comfort, and sustained energy in ways that pure water and electrolytes simply cannot cover alone. You have built the foundation, you have added the second layer, and now it is time to complete your survival drink. Stockpile with the final 3 drinks on this list, and then bring everything together with the single most important concept that separates people who genuinely survive extended emergencies from people who simply hoped they would. Because knowing what to stockpile is only half the battle. And understanding how to think about your stockpile as a living, layered system is what transforms a random collection of supplies into a genuine lifeline for you and everyone depending on you. The 11th drink is powdered coconut milk, and this one belongs in your stockpile for reasons that go well beyond taste or variety. Powdered coconut milk, when stored in sealed, airtight packaging in a cool and dry environment, maintains its quality and nutritional profile for up to 5 years. And what makes it genuinely valuable in a survival context is its fat content. The medium-chain fatty acids found in coconut milk are metabolized by the body. Differently than other dietary fats, they are converted quickly into usable energy without requiring the same complex digestive process as long-chain fats, which means your body gets a sustained, slow-burning fuel source that keeps you alert and physically capable during long hours of demanding labor, stress, or crisis management without access to normal, balanced meals. Mixed into water or combined with your powdered whole milk or instant coffee, it adds caloric density and nutritional complexity to your daily drink routine in a way that helps prevent the energy crashes and mental fog that come with caloric deficiency during extended emergencies. The 12th drink is oral rehydration solution powder, commonly known as ORS, and this is without question the most underrated and critically important emergency drink on this entire list that almost nobody outside of medical and disaster relief communities talks about in everyday preparedness conversations. Oral rehydration solution was developed and refined specifically to address the life-threatening dehydration that results from diarrhea, vomiting, fever, heat exhaustion, and extreme physical exertion, all conditions that become dramatically more likely during large-scale emergencies when sanitation infrastructure fails. Stress levels are extreme, and access to clean food and medical care is severely limited. The mineral salts that form the core of ORS powder are elemental compounds that remain chemically stable and fully effective for years when kept dry and sealed, meaning a supply of ORS packets stored properly today will be just as capable of saving a life 5 years from now as it is today. In disaster zones and humanitarian crises documented across the world, oral rehydration solution has been credited with preventing deaths that would otherwise have been inevitable. And having it in your home stockpile gives you a medical-grade response tool for one of the most common and dangerous survival health emergencies without requiring any special training or equipment to use. The 13th and final drink is a high-calorie complete nutritional powder, the kind designed for full meal replacement. And this is the item that closes the most dangerous gap in almost every home emergency stockpile. During a survival scenario lasting more than 7 days, caloric deficiency becomes a genuine and escalating threat, particularly for children whose developing bodies have higher relative caloric needs, elderly individuals whose metabolic resilience is reduced, pregnant or nursing women, and anyone managing a pre-existing health condition that requires consistent nutritional intake to remain stable. A single serving of a properly formulated complete nutritional powder mixed with your stored water delivers calories, protein, healthy fats, complex carbohydrates, essential vitamins, and key minerals all in one drink, functioning as an entire meal when solid food options have been exhausted or when illness makes eating solid food impossible. Quality, complete nutritional powders in sealed containers carry shelf lives of 2 to 5 years, and rotating them through your regular household use means you are never wasting product while always maintaining a fresh and effective emergency supply. Now, here is the concept that ties all 13 drinks together and makes your stockpile genuinely powerful rather than just a collection of individual items sitting on a shelf. Layered redundancy. Every single need your body has during a crisis, hydration, electrolyte balance, energy, nutrition, digestive health, sanitation, and psychological stability is covered by multiple drinks on this list simultaneously, which means if one supply runs low, gets damaged, or becomes unavailable for any reason, another item in your stockpile steps in and fills that gap without leaving you exposed. Start building your stockpile today. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Comment below telling me which of these 13 drinks you are adding to your supply first. And subscribe right now because every single video on this channel is built to give you real, actionable information that keeps you and your family prepared, protected, and ahead of whatever comes next.